Infinite, please. We've got Egger Druid versus Zulok, what it looks like to be for the first set. Let me just double check. XCrouton is playing Zulok, yes. So his build, he uses 1 Crystal Weaver and 2 Chain Gangs. So that's actually going to be pretty good in this matchup. Just like the anti-Egger cards might come in handy. See, from Hazer's perspective, his hand's not looking too great. Living Man is good, but you don't really want to keep it in your opening hand unless you have 2 really good cards, and it's like against Power Warrior. And Xcrouton's hand is looking juicy, man. All the good 1-drops, so I'm liking it. Feel like Hazer's going to hard mull and Xcrouton's going to full keep, is my take. So we should see that going down. Yeah. So we see the hard mull and the full keep. Still Flipper Penguin, Hobgoblin! We're going to see it, guys. We're going to see it. It's going to happen this game. I like it. Perfect. Finley comes down. We'll see what the options are here real quick. Easy reinforce, I think. Silverhand recruits are pretty good in this list. You could think about Steady Shot too if he wants to pressure him a lot, but I'm pretty sure you just want the tokens. Let me just check the build real quick. Yep, goes for the recruit. Yeah, it's a pretty standard deck other than the Hobgoblin Snow Flipper stuff. So you still have like Mark of Lotus, Power of the Wild, single target buffs. So you definitely want the recruits because having minions in this deck is key. Hazer going for the aggressive lead. Malchazar's Imp plus Flame Imp. He's imping his way to victory here. Reinforce is great here just because you get a 1-1. It's a hero power that accomplishes something. And I like to trade there into the 1-2. Let's get value out of your minions. Xcrouton, get the second Flame Imp. These cards are insane. Getting a 1-mana 3-2 is just broken. Didn't know he's playing with an MC2. I'm a little bit jealous I don't have her. I like the trade and the trade. After Druid switches their hero power, it's great to be able to just put your minions on 1 health, because the only way that he'll be able to trade into the 3-1 or the 1-1 easily is with patches. And as we can tell from Hazer's perspective, he does not have that right now. So Hazer's just going to go for Hobgoblin, Snow Flipper Penguin, try to create a lead. Fortunately, I mean, it's not very fortunate, right, that Hobgoblin and Snow Flipper Penguin just trade with Flame Imps on board, but that's something, right? Xcrouton's turn here is actually a little bit weird. I feel like he wants the Soulfire, the 3-3 Snow Flipper Penguin, just because he gets a card draw. Dreadlord's not the card he wants to discard, but that's alright. We'll see what he picks up. Bloodsail Corsair, he can play that, pull patches out of the deck, and play Flame Elemental as well. Alternatively, he can just light tap. I feel like what is happening here is he's trading the 3-1 Flame Imp into Hobgoblin. That's definitely happening. It's just a matter of if he wants 6 minions on board or not, because Chain Gang is 2 minions, right? It's 2 apiece. So if Hazer doesn't play cards that will trade or can be traded into, I mean, if he doesn't do anything, he's gonna lose. But like, you know, Xcrouton can think about it for a second. Maybe Chain Gang won't be activated as 2 of, you know. So just think about that. Pause for a second. Roots is a good pickup here. Clear some damage and create a 3-2. Hazer's really in a situation where what he has to do to win here is just draw Living Mana. And do that very soon. And unfortunately for him, he's going to see Xcrouton's next play. And it may just put a hole in that game plan as well. Because Chain Gang being a 2-3 with Taunt means you have to trade 2 living manas, or the Treants I believe they're called. I don't remember what they're called. I think they're called like living... something. They're called like Treants or something. You have to trade 4 Treants just to clear 4-drop, which is quite bad. Xcrouton feels like he's so far ahead, he actually doesn't even need to play a 4-drop on Curve. He can just life tap and look for a 5-drop, most likely. Yeah, he's looking for like this big old Dreadlord Doom Guard. Something along those lines. Just a big minion to play. And I mean, I think it's definitely a respectable play. He's still far ahead enough on board that he doesn't really have to worry about too much. Hazer isn't really set up too well with Jeeves here, unfortunately. Just because he only draws 1 card with it. Because, you know, this is one of the problems with Firefly and Aggro Druid sometimes. Is it replaces itself, which makes Jeeves a little bit worse. Because you would definitely rather get another card from your deck than have a 1-mana 1-2 in your hands. It's problematic, but also it's beneficial at the same time. It's kind of like back and forth on whether it's good or not. I feel like he does have to go for Jeeves. Like, he just needs a card draw. He needs to do something. He can't hero power and play 2 Fireflies because he will lose if he does that. Hobgoblin's not bad. It's really not bad. So, if he picks up Criplord next turn, he can play Hobgoblin and Criplord. The Criplord would be a 3-8, I believe. That's actually really good into this board. Bone Mirror is a great draw from Xcrouton. I believe he will go for Chain Gang and probably trade everything into Jeeves here. Yeah, and then he can tap and play Chain Gang, and he should feel very comfortable about Bowmare being able to stick if he goes for that line of play. Yeah, I feel like this is good. Okay, it looks like he's actually going for the card draw off of Jeeves here, based on that bump. So he's going to play Chain Gang, Value Tree, go face for 2, and just take the 1 draw. That's a little bit risky in my opinion, just because he has tap, and really, if the Druid gets resources, Hazer can really just like snowball. See the power on board? Oh, I picked up PO. Okay, I was gonna say maybe Crippler just like trades the whole board, but the PO pickup's kind of gross. It's definitely a good reason that card got rotated. 1 mana, deal 4 damage, and Zoo is just absolutely busted. Even in the context of Renal Lock, the card is absolutely ridiculous as well. Like just think about the combo, right? The Leroy combo. 3 cards deal 20 damage. Like, what? That's good. So Crouton is definitely in a weird spot. I think he will play Power Overwhelming here. It's just what minions is he trading? Maybe like a Chain Gang, and then PO one of your 1/1s, trade the Firefly and the Flame Elemental into the Crypt Lord. The weird thing is you're not clearing Hobgoblin or Jeeves after doing that. And I think this is like the part where the punish is starting to happen. Like somewhat heavily really, because like... Wait, is it... No, he can clear Hobgoblin, my bad, I'm being bad. Right, he trades a Chain Gang, he trades one of the 1/1s, and he can trade Chain Gang and Voidwalker into the Hobgoblin and clear it. That's my take on what he does this turn at least. I feel like it's more important for him to clear Hobgoblin than it is Jeeves, because your opponent's gonna have 4 cards to work with. And you can already, you've already kind of like made a read if you're Crouton that the far left card is one that's unplayable. For the next little while at least. Okay. He goes in, does he get the attacks off? He doesn't get the attacks off, that's rough man, that's rough. So it looks like he was trying, it's hard to say where he was trying to target. It looked like Jeeves. It looked like Jeeves, I'm not 100% sure though. And I mean, this is just ridiculous here, right? Like, if he got those attacks off, I think this game is completely different, but since he didn't, it's a little bit rough. And I mean, that's just, like, kind of getting punished for the decision tree where you leave Jeeves up. I mean, one thing to notice, Crouton still has Bowmare, right? So he's really not, like, it's not a game, right? But the problem is that Hazer is continuously cycling now, and, yeah, you got a lot of value from Hobgoblin. That's the issue. Like, he just got his 1-drop's a 4/5 now. It's insane. Jeeves is a 4/7. And Hobgoblin will trade with the Chain Gang as well here. So it looks like he's considering tap, maybe. What's beneficial to that? I don't think there's anything that's really that great. Doomguard's okay. Dreadlord doesn't do anything. No, I think you just play Bowmare. Bowmare, you probably trade one of the 2/3s into the Hobgoblin. Yeah, I like it. And just go base. Yeah, because Crouton's kind of in a spot here where he's getting there. Like, he's going for the victory. He might actually just, like, get there in the next few turns. If he has a few minions stick on board, he'll be in a good spot to win. Unfortunately for him, Hazer does have Savage Roar and Mark of Yisraj, so you can buff up the minions and trade to clear the board here. Which I assume is what he's going to go for. Yeah, I like the buff on Jeeves, that's good. Jeeves is a great minion to buff up. Also, 6/9. So double Savage Roar is going to sack off everything, control the board here, clear everything. Let's see, what outs would Crouton have at this point? Doomguard's always going to be good. Draw like Doomguard and then Doomguard. That would be nice. Mal'Ganis is alright. Bloodreef for cooldown will be good. Hey, there we go. Speak of Doomguard, I mean. Doomguard does Doomguard things. He could actually have lethal here if he gets PO Siphon. Or sorry, PO plus Soulfire, not Siphon. Second PO plus Soulfire would have been game with 2 mana left. It's just enough crystals to use it. Kind of funny. I'm almost stuck in a mindset where Soulfire is 0 mana. I don't know if you guys remember that at all. So now he's thinking about the tap here. He's just seen a Savage Roar, and I believe Hazer's probably got like 14-ish cards left. 13. Yeah, so my guess is kind of right. So I mean, it's kind of likely he has Savage Roar, number 2, but like not very. I would be a betting man to he doesn't. I think you still lose to it. He's probably... His decision right now is probably face or not, right? Like, that's usually what he's thinking about here. Taps. Nemsi's tap is cute. I like it. Nemsi's just... I want Nemsi so bad now. I definitely think he goes face, though. I don't think you can respect anything, and you just kind of have to go in to win. Because you're not in really that good of a spot. Goes for the trade. Like, don't get me wrong, that line can work too, and that's 8 plus 8, which is 16. With Living Roots, that's a lethal for Hazer. Pulls patches just to make sure that he's got it. I like it. Savage Roar math is quite simple. It's just 2 times the amount of characters that can hit. So in that case, it's 3 on board plus your hero, so you just go 2 times 4. That is 8. Quick math. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Minus 1 equals 3 quick math. Quick 1 only for Hazer. I shouldn't say quick, that really was not very fast at all. But Hazer taking down xCrouton in game 1. I think that was a cool game because there's a lot of different decision trees that went down there, and you know, just a lot of different ways to play both games from both sides. Yeah, you could choose a lot of different stuff. More so from the Zoo side, like from xCrouton's side, he had to make a lot of decisions that ended up mattering a lot. I think he played well though. Yeah. I dig it. It was an interesting game to watch. Moving on to game 2 though. Let's see what's good. So, we got xCrouton's Paladin against Hazer's Mage. So, xCrouton's Paladin is it's a recruit Paladin deck with a little bit more of a top end. He's got Rag. Hazer, I believe, is playing Arena Mage. Yes, he's playing Arena Mage. Keeps the Glyph, I like it. It's usually AoE. Even like Arcane Explosion is good in this matchup to clear the dudes off. I wonder if xCrouton's even going to keep Righteous Protector. He does. Just because it's a 1-drop. This might seem bad that he has Ragnaros, but Ragnaros is actually really, really good in this matchup for him. So, I mean, having it's actually probably better than not drawing it later on, so I think this is good. I think the Protector's right as well. You don't really want to play Lost in the Jungle right there if you have the option not to, just because it makes the ping so good. xCrouton, yeah, no, it is Saviang that brought Jessica. I was gonna say, maybe he has it, but he doesn't. Okay, so it's probably just gonna be Hero Power Pass. That's kind of weird. This isn't really a hand where you snowball hard with for xCrouton. Rallying Blade's really good for next turn though, just to pick up clear. Hazer gonna snap the Glyph. Ooh, Cone of Cold, that's pretty good. I was gonna say, I think that's a cock there. The Cone of Cold. Getting that in. The Divine Favor Scoop for xCrouton's great. That's one of those wonderful cards you're always looking for. It's a lot better against Arena Priest than it is against Arena Mage, just because Priest's hand is usually quite big. Whereas Mage doesn't have too many natural card draw effects, or they don't have too many card draw effects. Most of the draw is natural. Some Arena Mage lists actually don't even run Arcane Intellect. To be honest, because like, sometimes you just don't need it. But here we see the cards like not super great on curve. xCrouton's probably considering going Lost in the Jungle Hero Power, just so Keeper of Uldaman will do something on curve next turn. That's likely what he's thinking about. Rallying Blade's not bad though. It's unlikely that both 1/1s get cleared, I think, for Hazer, so he should still get value from Uldaman. Sets up the weapon as well so we can clear stuff. Think about not popping the barrier for a second, if it is. It's a block, and the secrets that Hazer runs is Counterspell, Barrier, and Block. So I think that's like, that's one of the things most people are doing. Counterspell is just a great card. It's one of the only cards that actually does stuff during your opponent's turn. And like kind of can mess with their game plan. It's really powerful though. And Uldaman's great as well. Unfortunately it's like probably going to be Uldaman, the Tar Creeper hit it. It could also be, yeah, like you just want to keep Demon against alive. The 5 damage isn't relevant, right? Like xCrouton's life total just does not matter at all. Life total in this matchup in general just doesn't really matter too much. It's all about board presence. Basically what you want to do when you're the priest is you just want to like clear the board, or sorry, when you're the mage. What your win condition is like exhaustion. You exhaust the paladin out of resources here to win the game. Whereas the paladin, what you have to do is just like develop a board and hope it sticks, like play around AoE if you can. Or just hope your opponent doesn't have it. Patches draw is a little bit better than usual. It's like a charging 3/3 with Uldaman. Not that great though. xCrouton's kind of in a weird spot here because he can like, I mean he's not going to seed board, but he could just straight up say, okay, just like let the Doomsayer go off. Doesn't have anything to follow up with that's good, so I think he's just going to like Uldaman the Doomsayer and then trade into his Uldaman. And probably hold the jungle at this point. I don't see a reason to play it. He's just probably holding it for Quartermaster or Saganon, one of those two. Even like just something like Steward of Darkshire or Sunkeeper Terrain, it would all be great. I think playing patches is fine. Nothing wrong with it. Just like another threat might deal 2 damage. It's good enough. Hazer's kind of a sitting duck, doesn't really have too much to do this turn. Can ping there and play Cone of Cold, ping there and pass. Either way, I think he's fine here. Life Fuse Segadon? Yeah, Life Fuse Segadon is going to be good here. Unfortunately, it's just a loss in the jungle recruits, but it's still something to play with. Actually, Crouton goes for Divine Favor to draw 4. Definitely a much better play than what I was suggesting. Vine Cleaver is a huge card in this matchup. Picking that up is great because it gives you a lot of juice. 1, it's 7 mana to deal 12 damage, and 2, it gives you recruits that the mage has to deal with. It's kind of like Justicar in a way that your opponent can't just ping them, right? With the Hero Power. They have to actually use resources to clear them. This type of a board is exactly what Crouton wants, by the way. So the ping is kind of like telegraphing the Flame Strike. I think that's fine, though. You just want to remove minions. There, your ping. Okay, so Crouton should know that something's coming next turn. That's alright, though. I don't think he really is worrying about it too much. Yeah, definitely not withstand against Darkness now. This card is beautiful in matchups against control decks because you can just get to slam it. It's like, hey, here's 5 1/1s, deal with it. Remember, this card actually used to be really bad when it first came out. It was a complete joke. One of the cool things about the Wild format, though, is that, you know, when Synergy cards are released later on in the future, old cards that are, like, considered bad actually get good. So the recruit cards like this, I mean, Muster for Battle, for example, is always insane, but Standing Against Darkness became nuts when Life Fuse Segadon was a card, because now it's good with more than just Quartermaster. With the Barrier and the Vine Cleaver. I like it. Crouton's trying to win here. That's what he's trying to do. He's going face. I like the strategy. It's good. Going in, clocking him in the face, putting him at 13. So, in Flame Strike pretty easily. Arcane Blast plus Reno is fine as well. Cone of Cold. Okay, holding it off. So he's just dealing with recruits. This is game plan. And he wants to hold the Flame Strike. So I think the mindset is it's probably going to come down after like a Quartermaster turn or Terrain turn. One of the two. I don't mind him holding it though. Attacking in, attacking in. Beautiful thing about block is after the block is popped, you still get a Reno at your full health. The only problem with Rag now is that's a huge threat that you have to deal with after your block is popped because you need a Reno now. And you don't get to play Echo on Reno, so you don't get 2 Renos. Crouton is in the driver's seat right now. That's basically what's going on. Kazakus isn't bad. You can Kazakus for 1 mana potion and Echo. Healing for 25 is alright though, so Hazer's probably pretty happy about that. Getting that in. Crouton's likely not too excited about it, but it is what it is. He still has Ragnaros on board that's unchecked for 2 turns. Dealing 16 damage with an 8 mana card is pretty good. So he's looking to spread now. He's looking to spread really hard. Goes in for 2 to win. I mean, he doesn't want to muster here, actually. It's kind of weird, because you want to play Segadon. Hero Power goes for the Segadon. The Death Pedal is really good here. Attack's pretty good, too, I think. Let's make all of my recruits have 4 power now. That's definitely alright. Think about what else he wants to do this turn. Goes for Righteous Protector, that's nice. I like the Protector here just because it's a minion that's very hard to clear. That's what's good about it. Divine Shield's super awkward for mages to deal with. I know he can just ping it, but he doesn't want to. So here the best potion is oh, he goes for 1 mana, okay. Wait. So we get Echo, okay. He's looking for 2 AoE, that's what he wants. Nice, he got it. Okay, that's perfect. So I believe he's gonna deal 3 damage. Yeah, Polymorph there, yeah, perfect, okay. Yeah, that was much better than 5, my bad. Deal 3 damage and AoE clear. That's exactly what he wanted there. Perfect. So now Crouton only has a 1/1 on board. Sword of Darkshire is wonderful, actually. That's great. You could just like Darkshire set against Darkness here, fine. Or you don't have enough room, sorry. I mean, you do trade, so you do, but holds that again. Not bad either. Goes for the deckhand. 2/1s with charge are pretty good. Yeah, he drew patches naturally this game as well. So that kind of sucks, but you know he's going in. Got a big board that's tough to deal with. We see Flame Strike does not really do too much here, unfortunately. Again, the whole the Divine Shield thing. It's really crazy too. This is one of those cards that just popped up as being insane now. Just because of all the synergy with the 1/1s. It's kind of gross actually. So I think the best hope's like Firelines Portal, the 3/3 most likely, so you Firelines Portal Sword. You could draw first, yeah. Blizzard's good. And Jaina's great. Jaina is just absolutely insane. Jaina just demolishes this deck. Because what you do with Jaina is you just gotta ping the 1/1s over and over again and get water elementals every turn. Quartermaster is looking pretty good. I feel like this is a weird turn for Crouton though, like he might just want to Hero Power Pass. Obstacle for the Quartermaster. So this is nice because one of the one of the Silverhand recruits is buffed up with a Divine Shield. Unfortunately for Crouton though, Hazer does have the Flame Strike. Clears everything but the 2/1 Quartermaster. And Frostbolt's a good pickup as well for him. That's good though, he's got the removal going in. Second Deckhand, you really want to see second Quartermaster there, that's what you want to see. Or sorry, yeah, second Quartermaster. Or Sagadon, one of the two. Preferably Quartermaster. I think one of the reasons a few turns ago why you actually held Stand Against Darkness was because on turn 5 what you can do is just play 5 recruits and then Quartermaster at the same time. Anytime past turn 10. Like just as soon as you have 10 crystals, you're good to go in with that play. But he does have a big board here. Depending on the draw, we'll see what's up. Meteor, okay. Think we do just see Jaina here. You could Firelines ping as well and give him all the recruits, but I think you want to play Jaina here. So I feel like if you're Hazer, that's how you win. You force your opponent to not have Tareem or a minion buff, because this card's been in his hand for a very long time if he's hand tracking. So he should be able to make the read that it's unlikely to be a buff spell, because he probably would have played it already. Or not a buff spell, but like a card that's Tareem, Quartermaster, or like you taking off. Hazer opts to go for the clear line though, he's very afraid right now. And you know, I don't think he's wrong with it. Yeah, and I mean, the Stegodon would have been deadly. Absolutely deadly. But unfortunately it still is, because he does have the Stand Against Darkness still. So that's what you can do here, go save for the Stegodon after. I mean, what's this 3 health play around? Volcanic Potion? This is actually kind of tough. I feel like it could be a trap though. So you push 3 this turn, you put your opponent at 7. Does he have it through Jaina? 12, and then he has 8, 10. He's a little bit off then. 8, 10, 11, yeah. So he'll have 11 on board if he goes for health. This is quite awkward. Yeah, so he picks health in the end just because he wants his board to actually stick. So I kind of like this decision actually, because I mean, you don't win next turn if your opponent plays Jaina. Not that you expect that, but unless I might be mathing wrong. 8 plus 3 is 11, yeah. So he's 1 off now. Hazer knows this. We'll see if Crouton can pick up more damage. That's not more damage, so he's 1 off lethal right now. Kind of nuts. Goes face, goes face, goes face. Oh wait, no, he just wins. Wait. Has he attacked with this one? Yes, he has, right? Yeah, okay. I thought he didn't attack with that one for a second. Yeah, just 1 off, okay. Perfect. So, Hazer, what are you doing? I'm seeing the play here. It is called Earth Elemental off of Firelines Portal. I believe that's a play. Yeah. Let's ping the 2/1. Bump in one of the 1/4s and play Firelines Portal on the Lightview Stegodon. And get an Earth Elemental or a similar taunt minion. He sees the play. I mean, it's a taunt. You're actually alive with that. That's pretty good, actually. He heals for 4, gets a taunt, and now Crouton's forced on a minion. The buffs is... Ooh, that's going to be game. Sunkeeper Tareem coming down. Oh, that was actually kind of spicy at the end, dude. He actually got a taunt. I don't know. That was sweet. Good game, though. Good game. So we got a 1-1 series now, Crouton versus Hazer. That was definitely a grindy game. I like it. I think both players played really well that game. And I like it. It's kind of cool to watch, you know, matchups like that. Specifically. I just like watching Arena Mage. I don't like piloting the deck too much myself, but I like watching it a lot. So that's good though. So moving on to game 3, we got a tied series. Control's got a Red Bull. Let's go. But you guys work for Red Bull. Hit me up with that email for sponsorship, alright? Hit me up with it. I hope you guys who are watching having a good time enjoying sets. Alright, got Hazer's Paladin against xCrouton's Warlock again. Good to see that Zulog list against, you know, Hazer's Paladin list. And again, an interesting card to deck is Galactic Crawler. Keeps the 1/2/3. I dig it, dude. Galak is great against Warlock because, I mean, they will run the 1-drop Pirates. Even in Captain, right? Like, you can just Hero Power on turn 2 and hold your Galak forever, and eventually... We see it, guys. We see it. Galactic Crawler Necessity, Captain. It's one of the best targets for the card. It's beautiful. This isn't the matchup for Divine Favor, so it's a little bit unfortunate for Hazer that he drew that. But, oh, is that a Coin Kaliseth? Can anyone let me know in chat? Is that a Coin Kaliseth? I think that's a Coin Kaliseth. That's a good draw on turn 1. He might opt to not actually play it on 1. Or sorry, like not coin it and just play Flame Elemental, because he might want to save the coin, but I feel like Coin Kaliseth is relatively strong. Goes for Flame instead. Just wants to save the coin. I think that's a respectable line of play. Honestly, because like with this way, we can use Kaliseth on 2 and then Captain on 3. And then what you can do after that is actually just curve out well and go ahead. Is he going to eat it? No, Hero Power. Okay. I like the Hero Power because you do know that your opponent does run Pirates. So that's a good play. Not going for the 3/4, but keeping your 1/1 on board. Just hitting the Hero Power button. Goes for Kaliseth on 2, and I was going to say coin a 5-drop. So like Doomguard or Despicable Dreadlord are both great in this matchup. Specifically, Dreadlord is insane against, you know, just an onslaught of 1/1s. So he's probably looking to pick up one of those by 5 and just play it. So I don't mind that line from xCrouton at all. Hazer, though, muster for battle. Going to trade into 2/2, I think, then with hatches as well. Keep the Silver Hands alive. Go face. Unfortunately, Steward of Darkshire does not give a second Divine Shield to Righteous Protector when played with it. Otherwise, that would be pretty cool if you could, like stacking them. And I mean, we're going to see, sorry, Galactic Crawler here anyways from Hazer, but still pretty good. Fortunately for him, though, the way aura buffs work means that patches will be a 2/2 after Captain's eaten here. Kind of sucks. Yeah. Aura buffs are really strong in this game just because what they do is they give you like fake health, and then when the aura's gone, you don't lose real health. You lose like the fake aura health. Oh, the Chain Gang off the top. This is one of the matchups why you play Chain Gang. Just any deck that tries to play for board heavily, Chain Gang is insane against. Like, you just jam it against Aggro Shaman, you jam it against Pyro Warrior, you jam it against Aggro Druid. Even, like, Recruit Paladin does not really fit in, like, the aggro category, it's a mid-range deck, but, it's great in this list, too, because you know what mid-range Paladin tries to do? Play with small minions until they're big minions. And if they're not big minions yet, then, you know, they're putting in work. If you look here, you get 2 3/4s with taunt for 4 mana. That's beautiful. That is just, like, it's gorgeous. I love it. Goes for the Hero Power Protector one. Just maximize the damage with the juggles, and oh, 2-face. That's not too great. Okay, going in. Not bad, not bad. So Hazer still gets the clear, which is good. Chain Gang did do a lot though. Like that tanked a ton of damage for xCrouton, which is great. xCrouton could go for like double Malchazar Zamp and Soulfire, probably on one of the jugglers now. Both of them are 2/4s as well, which trade very favorably on board right now. It's kind of insane how big of a difference the +1/1 buff makes. Let's actually look at xCrouton's deck. What does he have that would be good? He could just draw 2 1-drops. He's probably thinking about playing the Flame Elemental just because he thinks he might not be able to get a better 1-drop. Or 2 better 1-drops. It just leaves Mal'Ganis because he's not going to be good in the context of this matchup. I like it. I think that's a good decision. You get 2 draws for a 1-drop. Hopefully you get one that's playable. Hopefully like Voidwalker. Bloodsail is not bad. It's a 2/3 for 1 mana. That's great. Zombie Shot. And you remove the last tick of the weapon. It's good. Sunkeeper Tareem now. That is another really good card. Could value trade the 1/2, play Tareem, get value from the Righteous Protector. It's honestly an insane card, Sunkeeper. Like, it's really just too good, I gotta be honest. AoE Keeper of Ultimate is nuts in a deck that just spreads. It really is just like borderline unfair to play against. Again, Chain Gang with the 3/4s trade very favorably into the 3/3s, because you have to trade 2 3/3s to kill a 3/4. Which is great. Xcrouton, gonna go for the tap, need some more cards here to work with. Could actually just go Captain plus Voidwalker here too. It's also 4 health minion. Goes for the Chain Gang though, the most defensive play. I don't mind it at all. Equality, can like a quality Stewardess Hero Power? Try to get some good juggles off. I mean, I don't think it's worth it, but you can do it. Just face from 1. Okay, that's good. We may see Hazer just pass down and not trade the 2-3 attack minions into 3-4. Yeah, I like that play. I think it's good. Keep your minions alive, stay healthy, especially Juggler with equality in hand. The combo's insane. So I think that was a good choice by him, just to keep that up there. And the PO pickup is not going to help too much here for Xcrouton. Doomguard. I mean, we're kind of talking now. Doomguard does do something. You can trade into the 3-4 and then clear either Stewardess of Darkshire or Night Juggler now. That's a way back in. It's not a great way back in, and it's not 100% going to win you the game, but it's the best play that you can do this turn, and it helps him stay around until next turn. Because right now he's at 1 health, and with the juggle he's actually just dead if he doesn't play Doomguard. Could play Voidwalker, protect himself too, and that's probably what he's considering doing, going for like Captain Voidwalker. He wouldn't PO trade, but you know, go for a line like that, just because you do get the 2-4 on board, which does trade into 2 minions as well. But again, personally, I think you have to go for the Doomsayer. Just trade into Tareem with the Doomguard, sorry, not Doomsayer. Trade the Doomguard into Sunkeeper Tareem, and then clear either Juggler or Darkshire. It's kind of weird, the decision between which one you clear at this point. Xcrouton may have disconnected. No, let's just wait. Doesn't get the attack off again. Damn, dude. He is playing on mobile right now, so that may be one of the issues for him. Go for the Juggler, guaranteed lethal. It's 2-1 lead for Hazer. Just a little bit unfortunate for Xcrouton there, like some missteps, just because, again, he's playing on mobile, he's probably not used to it. Because he is traveling right now, right? So I do feel for him. All the juggles want face, really? That's nuts. Okay, so the 2-1 lead for Hazer. Hazer needs to win with his Druidless. He's also playing a Hobgoblin Druidless with Snowflipper Penguins, so we get to see that, which is pretty cool. And Xcrouton still needs to get a W with his... Oh, he DC'd. Okay. Yeah, it's not good. Okay, so they're gonna wait to get back in. So it looks like Xcrouton DC'd. Yeah, like it was game. There's like not really any contest there. Go face cam for a second. That was good though. Yeah, 2-1 lead. We get Xcrouton back in it, and we'll hop into game 4. So match point, Xcrouton needs 2 Ws. He just needs 1 more left, so he needs to get there with his Aggro Druid. 2 shots at it. Yeah, you can do it. Xcrouton can also come back though. It's not impossible. Being down 2-1 is kind of tough, but you know, you keep your head strong. You queue up, you get some, you know, favorable draws. Definitely win. Okay, looks like we're back in. Okay, I don't know if I'm still... Okay, yeah, it still works. So we got Xcrouton's Rogue coming up now. So again, this is like a Keleseth version, I believe. And we've got a Hazer's Reno Mage popping up. Okay, keeps Thalnos, Arcane Blast, and Tark Reaver. Thalnos, Arcane Blast is a good combo against Fast X, just because it's 3 mana, deal 4 damage, and you get to draw a card after, which is quite good. And Tark Reaper is just an insane anti-aggro card. Like, this is just one of the prime examples of just, like, power creeping cards. 3 mana, 3/5 taunt is just insane. I know there's the argument, like, oh, it's not actually a 3/5 because you don't get attack with it on your turn, but it's good, okay? That's the point. It dumps his aggro decks. Xcrouton's hand is looking okay. I mean, it's not really a Vile Spine matchup, but that's good. Shadow Step's good in there right now, too. Doesn't really have too much going on for him at the moment, unfortunately. Backstab's great in a lot of fast matchups. Unfortunately, slow ones is not super good. Pulls the Vile Spine. Okay, that's not bad for Xcrouton. I mean, they could play Captain and trade into the Dirty Rat here. Could backstab SI and then trade as well. Could Shadow Step and play the Vile Spine again. That's also a play. you get a 3/4 on board, so you get like a Spider Tank, a 3-drop, and you get to clear a 2/6 with Taunt. I don't think I mind that. You just have to be wary of what your actual targets are for Valspine in this matchup. He does have 2, so I mean, he will have a second one eventually. If you're Crouton, really, I'm looking at the Reno Mage list right now from Odd Dragon. Really, what you're looking at, sorry, not Odd Dragon, Hazer, sorry. Hazer's Reno Mage list. So what you're looking to target basically is someone like Azure Drake, Reno Jackson, or Medivh. He doesn't really have a big top end. So this actually may be one of the best targets possible for a Valspine, actually, to go up on. That being said, Shadow Step can still be better later on. He does have Pyros as well, so you can get it on the 10-10. Clear that way too. So the Tar Creeper is decent on board. He could also lead with the Thalnos Arcane Blast here. Drawing cards is nice, so we may just go for the Thalnos Arcane Blast for that reason. He's thinking. He's thinking. It's kind of tough to actually decide, right? Like, it's really not easy. Tar Creeper trades with 2 of them on board. I mean, the problem with Rogue, right, is like they always have like a backstabber at SI. Some way to clear your stuff. That's the whole issue with Rogue. This play's nice though, so Valspine's gonna be sticking around for a while. At least until next turn. But it's good because Hazer gets a draw now. His hand's kinda meh. So he'll have Tar Creeper to play next turn, then he can get anything 6 mana or less in the next 2 turns to play on turn 5. Which is good. Karen's a sweet pickup too. That's a really tough card for Hazer to remove unless he draws his Polymorph. Yeah, unless he draws his Polymorph, that's really tough to remove. Karen's just one of those sticky bad boys. You just throw him down, he's like, hey, I'm going nowhere. You're not dealing with me. Crouton's gonna think, probably Dagger, and I mean you gotta re-Dagger. I think Tempo SI is good though. 3/3s are nice. I like them. Goes for Dagger again. So this is good into Tar Creeper, like really, really good. Because he gets the backstab. He actually gets backstab value in this matchup, which is hard. Like making it legitimately good is pretty tough, is what I mean. So he gets a backstab SI and then trade with a new Dagger to actually clear the Tar Creeper to keep Vilespine health. You develop a 3/3. And you can Dagger again too. So it's actually a pretty good turn. Alternatively, what are the alternatives here? I don't think there is because it's so straightforward. Like it's really, really good. You do stuff with Shadow Step and Vilespine, I mean that's kind of acceptable. It's not very good, but you can do it. Yeah, just whatever. Scientist plus Barrier, it's a great turn. Barrier is so nice to play in like the first 6 to 5, sorry, the first like 2 to 6 turns. In that area, it's really nice. It's like a heal bot in advance, right? You don't get the 3/3 body, but heals you for 8. It's kind of nice. Pulls if it's offside, it just pulls a card from your deck. It's bad. Just good. Ice Barrier is a sweet card. It's one of those strong cards that's balanced, but like really good at the same time. And Karen on curve is absolutely beautiful for Crouton. It's gonna be really tough to deal with for Hazer. Can he get the Paddling Book? Does he do it? I mean, that it says Polymorph in it. I mean, it's not the right Polymorph, but I mean, he kind of did it, right? Polymorph push is really good though, especially if it plays like Bomer, something like that. I think Crouton would want to play around that if possible, especially if they're testing it. You Dagger, see if it's Duplicate. Random secrets are always really hard to play around. It could be like Frozen Clone, Mirror Entity, Polymorph. So he's going to test with Firefly. Unfortunately, Firefly is not the target you want to get Potion to Polymorphed with. It was really nice that he picked that up to be able to test it with. Losing Captain would be kind of bad. Crouton also, another thing to notice, he has Leroy Shadow Step, so that is 8 mana to deal 12 damage right now. And he has not drawn any of his Cold Bloods. Cold Blood is just like, oh. It's one of those rogue cards, man. That's just good. Hazer can Flame Strike here. It's not really that great, though. Wonder if he's thinking about, like, coin Medivh into Flame Strike. MC Tech, okay. Okay, yeah, that was definitely a better play. Yeah. MC Tech, Steel Karen, Ping, and Doomsayer. Very, very good. This is great too, like the Doomsayer here, you know your opponent's gonna have to clear it, right? So It's nice because it effectively heals you for 7 and lets your board stick. I can tell you, if Crouton's going to decide to leave the board, he's not going to interact with the 3/3 at all. And this case is fine too, because oh wait, how much does he have? He shadow steps, that's 12, so he's 1 off. Oh no, does he get patches? No, he doesn't get patches. I think it's kind of spoiled anyways. But that was a lot of damage and really close. Like, he was legitimately 1 off with deckhand, right? He plays the deckhand, he's 1 off there. He wouldn't have mana to play everything, right? So like, he literally can't do that, but like, assuming he could, like, infinite mana lethal, you know? And this is 7 damage from hand here for Crouton. If he had Leroy, he would have won. Counter spell. He's going in though. I like it because he's gonna play Vilespine too. Just go face, play the Vilespine. Eat the minion, and put Hazer at 2 health. So what are Crouton's outs now? In the list, he has another deckhand, I believe. He played the 1/2, so he actually does not have removal. Oh, sorry, he does not have an activator for SI7 agent, unfortunately. Extra reach cards Bone Mirror hitting 6. I mean, any minion 6 he wins, though. And nothing stuck. He has Azure Drake into SI7 agents, so that's an out. I mean, you dagger face, you power, and you pass. If Hazer does not heal, this is guaranteed for xCrouton next turn. Actually, hold up. What's the damage right now? We have 10, 14, 15 on board. 15 damage on board. What is the highest odds to get a charge minion? Or taunt. I mean, taunt doesn't matter. Like, taunt does not win in the game. Quarterfinal Elite? Is that game? I don't think Quarterfinal's game. 7. No, you need like Reckless Rocketeer Quarterfinal Elite to win there. xCrouton gonna make this a tied series going to game 5 with Pilot Destroyer SI7 agent. That game was a roller coaster, man. I feel like I was just like, I was on a ride that game. My lines were weird, like I was not seeing the right place at all. Like the Karen steal, man, I thought it was sealed after that. Like just that turn turn confused me a lot. Like I was not thinking about MC Tech at all. So he just goes for, sorry, Hazer just goes for MC Tech and just like, he gets a Karen, which is nuts. Huh. That was good though, like really, really good. He almost came back. Unfortunately, no Reno draw or anything like that. So, you know, kind of like seal the deal. And you get Crouton going in with the Leroy there. Just hitting his opponent in the face. I like it. Giving it to Hazer and, you know, in the end, picks up the SI, holds it, and goes in for the W the following turn. Hazer must have felt nuts too after the blizzard, right? Like he gets the blizzard off and it's just like, damn, dude. Huh. We got game 5 here, Crouton versus Hazer. We got a Zulok versus Reno Mage. Yeah. English is hard. Good hand from Hazer. I don't really see him throwing anything away at all. Those are all really good cards. Crouton though is probably going to do a hard mulligan. Unfortunately for him. Picks up patches. That is not what you want to see here if you're Crouton. At all. At all. Dreadlord's good though. And he does have Flame Punch turn 1, which is great. It's always so unfortunate whenever you draw that, especially when you have Captain in hand, because like the 2/2 with charge for free is just so great. Even like, this is a great hand from Hazer. A lot of good early anti-aggro cards. Goes through Frostbolt, I assume just for mana efficiency, because Arcane Blast is 1 mana. You can use it alongside Tarkuru, for example, for 4 mana. Difference between 3 and 2 is kind of big in the matchup, though. Chain Gang. You could argue Arcane Blast is better, though. Let's see how many spell park cards he has, actually. Valnos, Drake. Yeah, just 2. I mean, teach your own. Jaina's actually a good pickup. Like, it's better to draw Jaina than to not draw Jaina. Usually you win this matchup like around certain 7 or 8 though, just exhausting your opponent resources, but sometimes Jaina can come in clutch and just like the nail in the coffin, you know? So, Tar Creeper is really good because off of the Kazakus potion, you're guaranteed to res it if he clears it, which is just phenomenal. Absolutely insane here. I'm going to go for the Captain here, trade in. I like it, I like it. He has no demons to buff with Crystal Weaver. At all. He could, next turn he has 4 mana, he could coin the Dreadlord and then do that. Dreadlord's kind of awkward though, because it's just a 5 mana 4/5 in this case. And that's usually all it is in this matchup. Hazer just gonna jam the Kazakis, get a 5 mana potion. 5/5 seems appealing here to me. I could have gone for Polymorph as well. AoE is great. AoE is just insane. Yeah, so he goes for deal 4 damage and summon a 5/5. This is great against any fast deck because really what this does is it resets the board and gives you a 5/5, which is already really fair for 5 mana. Then you strap on 4 damage on top of it and it's just like insane. Kazakis potions are so imbalanced, dude. Like they're just I don't even know. Gonna go for the trade and likely goes for the big boy. Okay, so I fully expect Hazer to trade Kazakis in and just play the potion, get the 5/5 going. He could, I mean, with Arcanologist, he could hold off, to be honest. I don't really think he's in a rush. Torch, it's not bad. It's not bad. I think that's the second time we got Torch randomly this game. Goes for Torch plus Arcane Blast and then is going to value trade the Firefly, most likely? Yeah, I like it. Okay, so Hazer's edging ahead on board here, which is not what Crouton wants to see at all. Crouton's just jamming it though, man. Playing the Doomguard. Hitting Hazer in the face. I like it. It's okay, deal with me. Oh, the Meteor is pretty clean there. Yeah, easy stat play. Great Meteor target. It's actually a really good card this match because there's often minions with big mums. Doomguard being one of those. Feeling a tap chain gang play here from Crouton. He needs cards right now, desperately. Crouton needs to draw his top end right now. That's not his top end. I expect Crouton to play the chain gang, and next turn he's really looking for Bone Mare. I mean, if we assume a minion sticking Bone Mare is what he wants, if he doesn't, he wants like Dreadlord, Doomguard, and even like a Mal'Ganis would be good, just so he has something to do eventually. Deal 4, summon a 5/5. We see the Gross Potion now, and probably a Scientist to follow it up with. Hey, here's my potion, and then drop the Mad Scientist after. Get that so you're free. Mad Scientist is another one of those like historically broken cards on Hearthstone. Really, really good. It made just a 2 mana 2/2, which is not good, but the Death Rattle, it's get a free 3-cost card and play it. So you fin your deck, you get the 3-cost card, and it's just like, oh, it's gross. It's so good. It's like, hey, here's my Ice Block. For free from a 2-drop that I gotta play on curve, not flow mana. It's kinda nice. Crouton going for the Void Caller, Void Walker play, jamming both in. Getting a little bit of value from it too, which is nice. Counterspell, gonna go for that one. Counterspell is actually pretty good, because what it does is block Soulfire. I don't think there's any other spells in the deck, but it's just saying, hey, your Soulfire's gonna go off. Crouton's in this weird spot where he really wants to tap, but he really can't. If he was at 9 mana, I think just going for okay, so he's gonna hope it's not Counterspell. I respect this on not face. Okay, good. Oh. Gets Counterspelled. A little bit unfortunate. You know, it's pretty rough because the Imp kind of like gives you a little bit of hope, right? You pick up Doomguard, you're good to go. So Crouton could PO. Sorry, I forgot about Power Overwhelming for the Counterspell thing. That's my bad. Power Overwhelming the Void Caller, trade into the Demon, the 5/5 Demon. Pull, and okay, yeah, play the Void Caller. Doesn't really matter. She doesn't. It won't have Summoning Sickness, right? And the Hazer's feeling pretty confident just with the Curved Jane in play. That's what I was talking about, right? Like, I mean, the game's over, right? Like, we can clearly see that Crouton's kind of out of resources and Hazer's in a great spot. He's cards up. Oh, I spoke too soon. Blood Reaver Gul'dan. Oh my god. We have a game now. Crouton has played Doomguard. Trade, and get it. Oh wait, he doesn't have mana to play it, my bad. 9, 10. I believe Hazer is 2 damage off? Yeah. 2 damage off. He'll ping the 1/1, get a big boy. Crouton has played 2 Voidwalkers, I believe, though, which is great. Because Voidwalker just means that it's actually one of the better minions to get res from Blood Reaver Gul'dan, just because it's a small body that, you know, your opponents have to trade into. Gets a full board of demons, gets Doomguard. Unfortunately, no, yeah, that's actually good, dude. That's good. So he gets double Voidwalker. This is actually insane. So you can trade the Burgly Bully, Despicable Dreadlord to clear the Burgly Bully, and put both of the Water Elementals 5 health. Flame Strike, however, is going to kind of mess up the game plan here. Does that, I mean, just Spell Power. No, do you even Spell Power here? Because you can just Flame Strike and ping and get another Water Elemental. I think we just Flame Strike and Hero Power. Yeah. Okay, Hazer got there. I thought about Felnos right away too instantly, but... Damn. That's rough for Xcrouton, man. Like, you get gold down there and you make it to turn 10, you're like, I actually have a shot now. And then that happens. Jaina is nuts when she works, and the PO top deck is definitely not going to help Xcrouton. Hazer is going to be moving on to the semifinals. Nicely done. I don't like how Nemesis goes to Blood Reader Gold. It's a weird switch. It's a good ending, though. Hazer 3-2, definitely an intense series, and, you know, one that was hard fought. And back and forth as well. Yeah, definitely back and forth. But yeah, congrats to Hazer, and big thanks to Xcrouton for playing, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Let's just take another look at these players real quick. Go hop over to their cards. Hop over. Again, we have xCrouton. Let me go here. Production value forehead. xCrouton, so again, his Twitter is Gervasio Matt. Gervasio Matt. Go drop him a follow. Yeah, again, really hard fought series. Again, pretty cool dude, xCrouton. He is a family man. He, you know, has like a 9-month-old daughter. He's 31. Still has time to get rank 11 legend in Hearthstone. And he's a good mod, so... You know, if you don't follow him on Twitter, he's gonna ban you on the Wild Hearthstone subreddit and Discord. So be nice to him, all right? Definitely a good step from him. Some mad respect for that. And big congrats to Hazer. He's in the money now, and congrats for moving on to the semifinals tomorrow, which is great. Again, finished rank 1 legend in October. Definitely shown now with that nutty 5-game series there. And again, pretty cool dude. So I mean, yeah, and drop him a follow too at Hazer06373110. That is, I gotta ask him about those numbers, dude. I gotta ask him. I'll come back to you guys tomorrow during a set. I'll figure out what the numbers mean, alright? Yeah, because there has to be like some significance, right? There has to be something. Like, there's no way of that many numbers after your name for no reason. I'll ask. I'll get back to you guys. Okay, for now though, I'm gonna head over to break and start contacting Banana and Raffle and see what's good at them. See if they're getting ready to go. Then we'll go over their cards or decks and hop into the last set, man. It's crazy. Times flew. We're about 20 minutes ahead of schedule. But that was great.